traders all around the world. This is FXPassion. Happy Monday. This is FXPassion broadcasting you live on YouTube. Hello George, how are you? Remember everybody, we have three pillars, right? The strategy and the system, the risk management and the psychology. And I have the echo. There you see, I have a 15 seconds, 20 seconds delay chat. Everybody, I have a good news and I have a bad news. Which one do you want? Oh man, I don't know if I should tell you this or if I shouldn't tell you this. The best is, oh, thank you Frederick. I'm going to have wings, you know. Victor, I'm doing all your homework, but on that I cannot find. Hello Miguel. Everybody tell me, should I tell you some other truths? Victor said bad, but the bad news. Man, you hated me already on Friday. Hello Hassan, how are you? Hello Max. You hated me already on Friday, right? So should I tell you some other things or shouldn't I tell you? This is the question. Anyway, let's first address everybody. We are in the trading week. Okay, we are going to try to implement what we have learned so far about the basic market structure, highs and lows and trends. And we are going to try to find trading opportunities using this knowledge. Okay? Lesson will be shut down, hopefully not. Correct, I don't know. Everybody, if this is your first time, we are not going to talk any fancy stuff. No Fibonacci, no Ichimoku, nothing. Okay, we are going to talk about trades, but based on the knowledge that we have learned so far. This course is for beginner traders. Okay, and remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. Risk disclaimer, the webinars are not investment or trading advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Start about crude oil. Hassan, I need time frame and your position, but before, I think George said, I'm going to check later the chat, okay? Now, the good news and the bad news, everybody. You are going to hate me most likely. I received some emails from you, and the emails goes like this. Dear FXPassion, I am trading for about 4 years, or I am trading for about 3 years, or I am trading about for 7 years. And I'm not profitable, or I am not making any money, you know, that kind of email. Some of you send me this weekend those kind of emails. Now, the good news is that this is not uncommon. You are not alone. If you are a trader that is trading for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you are not alone in this, okay? You are not alone. This is not uncommon at all in this area, so it's quite normal. Okay, this is the good news. Now, the bad news. Maybe, just maybe, if you know, everybody, if this is you, okay, and I'm going to be strictly sincere right now, if you know the strategies, if you know the systems, if you know how the structure works, if you know the risk management, if you know how to use the Fibonacci, if you are giving classes in your place and you know everything and anything about hedging, the trading business, the indicators, I mean, if you know everything in here, right, maybe you should work on your psychology, okay? And the bad news is this, I'm sorry to tell you, until you acquire the right mindset, nothing is going to change. Okay, some of you are going to hate me right now. Oh man, how is this? Until you change your mindset, this strategy, system, risk management, all of this stuff in here is not going to help you. Okay? Now I'm going to sell you something. If you want, you go on Amazon.com and you type in Amazon Forex Freedom, break free of the bonds that are holding you back. It's a Kindle book, it's from FXPassion. Okay, I give this book for free 2 years ago. It was still in the process of making, but if you want, you can buy it and you can start working on your psychology. Oh, Passion, are you selling this to us? Yes, I am, absolutely. Okay, this is the book I wrote together with one of my friends. It's $18. Okay, if you want, nothing is necessary, but as I'm telling you, until you have the right mindset, nothing is going to change most likely in your trading life. Okay, now you can hate me, or you can be like grateful. Oh, thank you, yes, I need to work on my psychology. Okay, so this was the bad news and the good news. That being said, everybody, let's go and let me check the chat. Let me check the chat. Euro GBP. George was first, Dennis Hassan, Euro GBP. File workspace. Open. Not this one. Euro GBP 4-hour chart. Short. And everybody remember, I have a 15 seconds delay on your chat. Okay. Now, one more thing. Oh, can you give us an example? Okay. Who in here, everybody, who in here has more than 3 years experience as a trader, and who in here tried to work hard? You know, you start as a trader and you said, man, I'm going to work hard, you know, I'm going to work hard as a trader. Who in here tried to work hard? You can say, you can type in the chat me, or yes, or not me, but who in here tried to work hard? You know, you said, well, god damn it, I'm going to read every book and watch every webinar, and I'm going to do 100 trades a month. Who in here tried to work hard, everybody? I did. Mine is 33 seconds. Victor says me. I have last year I work hard in trading, right? And he says me. Okay, everybody, how did this work out for you? How did this work out for you? Did you have any success working hard? And I'm referring to the psychology part. This is all psychology. Did working hard on the charts and or trading, did it give you any success? Were you successful at working hard? Frederick says me. Max says, I spent 2 hours on business day, Forex, not more. I have 1 year, 3 more. Hello Stoyan, how are you? Okay. Why is that, everybody? Because hard work, as we learned as children and young adults, or maybe adults, hard work has nothing to do, you know, in trading or with trading or in the market. You know, if you, I'm just giving you an example. Some of you are asking, right, on Facebook, or oh, give me an example. Well, psychology, right? We're getting back, just a quick example to the one who are talking about psychology. So, as kids, we learned that you should, to be successful, you need to work hard, meaning you need to put hours, you know, you need to wake up at 6 or 5 a.m. and need to work like a horse until 8 a.m., 7 a.m., especially if you're an entrepreneur, right? This is what we learn. But in the markets, this thing goes in the opposite direction. You know, times time on in the market doesn't equal success. It's in reality it's quite opposite. If you are going to make or put 100 trades, you are most likely going to be less successful if you are going to put 1 or 2 trades. And it says break even. Stoyan says I have gotten much better when I start watching FX. Thank you, Stoyan. There are 20% of your work give you 80% of income. It is Pareto rule. Yes, Max, you're absolutely right. But the problem in psychology is that we have habits, you know, and if you don't know what kind of habits you have, one of the stupid habits, you know, one of the stupid way of thinking is, oh, money is evil, you know. I mean, this we are not going to talk a lot about this, but remember, everybody, the good news is it's not your fault, okay? Good news number 1, you are not alone. It's quite common to be 3 years in the market, 5 years in the market, 6 years in the market, 7 years with no success. And number 2, it's not your fault, everybody. Okay? It's not your fault. The market, the trading business goes a lot against what we think it's right, what we think it's true, what we think it should be. Okay? Miguel says 4-hour trading, 2-hour education. George says I had some profits and some losses and little profits so far. Most losses are due to trades under stress. Yes, you need to work on your emotional intelligence. Just type in Google Pareto principle. Okay, let's start with the Forex trading week. Euro GBP 4-hour chart. We are trying to implement what we have learned so far. So compress the chart, right? Compress the chart, compress the chart, compress the chart, and again, if you don't see, everybody, what the charts should say to you, there is a trick. We should go to the bigger time frame, and I'm going to move from the 4-hour chart to the 8-hour chart. Okay, so we were in uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. Okay, there you go. So what I can see from the 8-hour chart is this, that we were, it's a mess actually. I cannot see clearly daily chart. Okay, remember, everybody, if you are a beginner trader, stay out of the GBP pairs. This is the daily chart. Okay, it was making high highs, high lows. Right, we were in an uptrend for some time, and then this is the, and then we went sideways. This is the upper band, and this is the lower band, and this is the even lower band. Okay, nonetheless, we are here right now. Okay, so what I can determine from the daily chart is that we are in an uptrend. Max, I think good news, you will send for free your book to students which was sent email to you. It is great, thanks a lot. I cannot do this anymore. I have a contract, Max, I'm sorry. I gave this book for free last year, I think, also, but I have a contract right now, so I cannot do this anymore. I think it depends very much on being consciousness that a person does not know anything about the market and always look for knowledge and ways to improve. Yes, I agree. So, Max, daily chart. This is the trend line number 2. The trend line number 1 would be in here. So we have the long term up trend line, and we have the medium term trend line, and we have also the short term aggressive up trend line. Okay, this is the daily chart. You said 4-hour chart. Okay. Everybody, if the 4-hour time frame is your trading time frame, which one is your confirmation time frame? George is trading on the 4-hour chart and is shorting the market, by the way, or he wants to short the market. Which time frame is the confirmation time frame? The daily, right? So for the beginner traders, this is Forex trading week number 1, day 1. Remember, these webinars are not trading or investment advice, right? Now, what is structure? If the daily chart is my confirmation time frame, yes, Victoria correct, George correct, Annie correct. Structure: high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Okay, this is the daily chart. And if this is the confirmation time frame, everybody, and George, you're not alone, don't worry, there are a lot of traders who want to short Euro GBP. But if we are talking about the rules, and again, this is for the beginner traders, the one who want to short the market, or the one who is already shorting the market, is shorting the market right or wrong? And I'm not going to use, I said, it's not correct to use the word right or wrong, because there is not right or wrong, but more probability and, okay, is the shorting the market is going to give you more probability, or is going to give you less probability? And this is how you should think as a beginner trader, everybody. Okay, Max says, I'm sorry, your voice looks like very tired, like as previous Monday. Just question, what are you doing on the weekend? Max, you don't want to know, okay? You don't want to know. But I'm not tired, I just speak a lot, okay? I talk a lot. I'm not tired, don't worry. Not tired at all. But I talk a lot, so for the speakers, and you know. Frederick says wrong, technically wrong, less, okay? And we're going to, it's not wrong, everybody, because nobody has a crystal ball, okay? No, we're going to use less probability, okay? Listen to me very carefully, everybody. If you are a beginner trader, 90% of beginner traders lose money because they enter trades prematurely. Okay, prematurely. So if you want to short the market, George and everybody else, this is your structural low. Okay, yes, you can short at short time if you're not a beginner, of course, but for the beginners, you have here the structure low, and if the daily is your confirmation time frame, you are risking right now. So your technical risk is high. Okay, so shorting the market. Oh, Passion, should I go short or should I go long? You can go both sides. You can be buying the market and you can be shorting the market. Okay, this is the general answer. Now comes a little bit more specific answer is when. If you are shorting right now, you have less probability of success compared to if you would wait for the market to break structure low on the daily chart. Miguel says, I would place a counter trend line, and if it's broken, go long. If not, consider going short. Yes, there is no right or wrong, everybody. But stay out. If you're a beginner trader, stay out of the GBP pairs. Okay. Now let's talk about. We talked about trade what you see, right? Fact: the market is in an up structure. This is a fact. You have structure low, structure high, structure low, structure high. Okay. Now for the one who short the market, you have also a fact the market broke the aggressive up trend line and it's falling, right? Now, for the beginner traders, who is stronger? Is it stronger the up structure or is stronger the short-term trend line break? Who is stronger? And I'm going to delete the aggressive up trend line and I'm going to delete structure. For the one who want to short the market, okay, you have also another, not you, we have also another problem, right? This is not a low, but it's a low on the smaller time frame. So let's make a circle. You have this low and you have this low. The market is falling, right? But this low still is not a lower low, so you don't have even confirmed a short-term downtrend. So let's go on the 4-hour chart. Let's compress the chart, right? Let's compress the chart. And we learned also, we have learned that every time frame has its own structure, right? So let's try to define structure. Let me see, structure, okay, structure, so structure low, structure high, structure low, and I'm going to delete, this is from the daily, and it's wrong, my structure should be up in here, structure high, this is going to be structure low, so the structure high, structure low, and structure high. So even though the structure on the 4-hour chart is similar, George and everybody else who want to short the market, let's see, let's check. Okay, we're going to reverse our opinion. So we have, and let me see here with the widget, we're going to use here, the low is 0.90901 and this low is at 908, 909, 908. So everybody, this low, even though if it looks like that it's lower, it's not. Okay, the market didn't make a lower low. And then it says the up structure, yes, the up structure is stronger than the short-term trend, okay, but even if we are not considering the up structure, the market didn't make a lower low on the 4-hour time frame, okay. So everybody, if you want to short the market on the 4-hour time frame, let's say that you're going to patiently wait until the market, if the market is going to make a lower low compared to this low, okay, if the market is going to make a lower low, is in here the right time to sell? Is your technical risk in here going to be smaller or bigger? What do you think? Is it maybe a head and shoulder? Frederick, we are not there yet, my friend. We are talking about structure highs, lows, relevant highs, relevant lows, short-term trends and trend lines. Okay? But yes, could be head and shoulders. Okay? Tell me everybody in here. Oh, finally the market just broke the low and we are here right now. I'm going to short the market. Are you going to have a bigger risk in here or are you going to have a smaller risk in here? What do you think? Max is saying to Frederick it's the same head shoulder, it's similar to Elliott 5 theory. Congratulations, Victor! Bigger! Yes sir, why is that? Why is that? Okay, Victor, you are my teacher, okay? I'm your student. Teacher, but you said that when the market is going to make a lower low, and even on the daily, the market broke the structure low. Oh no, it's not structure. Not on the daily, it's not a low, but it is on the 4-hour chart, right? Teacher, but you said when the market is going to break the structure low, and the market is making lower lows, lower highs, and we are in the downtrend, and you are telling me now that the risk is increased? I don't understand. Max says huge 300 pips stop loss, and wait a little bit bigger. Daily, you can win 25% daily. Yes. Everybody, why, yes, all of you are correct. Why your risk just increased? Because you are, if you are trading on the 4-hour time frame and the daily is your confirmation time frame, and the market was falling, right? You are at the medium term up trend line in here. So if you're a beginner trader and you don't understand structure, and you don't understand the trend lines, and most importantly, if you don't understand that the bigger time frame controls market direction and price movement on the smaller time frame, you would be shorting here the market in the worst possible area. Do we agree on that, everybody? We didn't learn about support and resistance yet, but do we agree on that? Okay? The opportunity to take a short trade was up in here, not down in here, everybody. Okay? But we didn't learn yet about the short-term trading and contrarian trading. We're going to learn this in the coming months and the next lessons. So far, you need to understand as a beginner trader that every time frame has its own structure, and that you have a trading time frame and the confirmation time frame. Okay? Victor says yes. So if you want to take a short trade, everybody, wait for the market to break on the daily. Number one, it should break the medium term uptrend line. Even better if you wait for the market to break, if it's going to fall again, to break the structure low. Right? And some of you are saying, well, Passion, but I'm going to lose these profits. I'm not going to take. Everybody, remember what we have talked before. This is why you have traders trading for 5, 6, 7 years with no success. Okay? You want to enter high probability trades, not chase the money. Okay? Money is a consequence. It's a result of a profitable strategy. But in order to have a profitable strategy or system, you need to know where you are entering high probability trades. And there is no 100%. Okay? Professional traders, I'm telling you, are staying out in here. Or at least they are not shorting. Professional traders who are shorting up in here. Not in here anymore. And as always, you can reject what I'm telling you, you can accept, you can find a professional trader who has 5 or 10 plus experience and it's profitable, and ask him, hey Jim or Joanne, what do you think? Is this here high risk or is this here low risk? You know? Student says, price is getting closer to midterm trend line and it's a tight zone, so short will be low. Yes, yes sir. Okay everybody, any more question about Euro GBP? George, any other questions about Euro GBP for our chart? This is how you should analyze the market, everybody, as a beginner trader. Okay, and it goes through all time frames. This is Euro GBP 4-hour chart, is just an example. The same things are happening on Euro JPY 15-minute chart, NZD CAD daily chart, USD Yuan 2-hour chart. On all time frames and all currency pairs you are going to have this example. Where are you been when I lost all the money in the month? Victor, there is never, I don't know how to say in English, you are never too late, you know? I don't know how to say in English, but it's never too late, I think it's this. It's never too late, my friend, okay? If you are 60 or 70 or 80 and you are breathing, you still have time, don't worry. No question, Euro GBP, you covered everything. Everybody, is anybody in here who is not, who thinks differently or wants to say, oh well, Passion, I don't agree because of this and that? Please type in the chat. I want you to think, everybody, not just accept. Okay? I want you to think, and if you think that this is it does make sense, that okay, but if you are thinking, you say, this doesn't make sense to me, you know. Hassan, where is Hassan? Let me check the chat. Hassan want crude oil. Was Hassan? Let me see the chat. Hassan, do you want crude oil? You need to type in the chat what time frame and what is your position. How many years did it take for you to make profits? Frederick, 7 years. I was trying and trading and breaking accounts and borrowing money from family, and you know, that's why when you're telling me, oh, it's not like this, I know, don't tell me, I know, you know, I know how you think, I know how you feel, I know, not always, but many times I know what you are going to do. But Fredericks, after the 7th year, finally I connected all the dots and I become consistently profitable. 7 years. Okay, and I have also, it's a normal path, ups and downs, and you know, you will get angry and you lose the money, and you are not listening to your mentor, you know. I did all of this. I wanted to invent the hot water, you know. Oh, I'm going to invent a new system, you know. There is no such thing, everybody, you know. Don't buy robots and don't buy expert advisors. Trading is challenging until you get it. When you finally get it, it's quite easy. Max, who was your well, nobody in nobody's one. I have many mentors, you know, from books and everything. There is not one specific mentor I can say. You know, I worked in some brokerage houses, so my boss was my mentor there, you know, but nobody. I have not only one name and surname if you want. Someone from Wall Street. No sir, no sir. Okay everybody, let's check some other currency pairs. USD JPY. Why is that? Because USD JPY is still the currency, reserve currency of the world, and still the non-farm payroll, it's still one of the big newses around, right? So USD JPY 2-hour chart. Everybody, if you have some currency pair that you want to check or that you want to trade, type in the chat box currency pair, time frame and direction. You can say USD JPY 2-hour chart short, or AUD/CHF daily chart long, or whatever, you know, Euro JPY, GBP JPY, short, long. Okay, you can say Canada JPY monthly chart long, Miguel says AUDCHF. AUDCHF. What time frame, Miguel? If mentor will be from Wall Street, you will save 5 years as well. Max, 90% of traders also on Wall Street lose money. Okay. Wall Street is not a synonym for success, everybody. Okay, Miguel is first and you are second, okay? Miguel says AUDCHF daily chart and Miguel short, okay. Daily chart short. And then is any USDCHF 1 hour chart. Okay, so this is the daily chart. What we have learned so far, everybody, is that this is quite easy, right? This is, we need to draw structure, so structure high, structure low, structure high. Let me see if I can. Which high is higher? Which high is higher? Which high is higher? Let me see. 77954. 78. Okay, still a higher high. Okay, Frederick, but there is no rule, you know. I have friends who went profitable consistently after 3 years. To be honest, Frederick, I don't know anybody who was profitable in 1 year. Most are 3 years, 5 years, 7 years that I know, okay? Those are the numbers that I know. Structure low, structure high, structure low. Okay, Miguel and everybody else, we learned about structure. So this is AUDCHF daily chart. This is structure. We can draw trend lines, and we are going to do it like this. Down trend line number 1, down trend line number 2, and down trend line number 3. We learned about the different trend lines, you know, and you have an even aggressive one. Trend line, down trend line number 4, down trend line, Miguel, number 5, if you want. Max, I will be, year is not over. I have time till 31. I hope so. I hope so. But I want to tell you, everybody, is not uncommon, okay? And because of psychology, is not your fault. When you are going to study psychology, you are going to see that the majority of the habits and the majority of the way of thinking that in the out of the arena of trading they work, they don't work in the trading arenas. And hard work is just one example. If you think that if you're going to make 100 trades and stare at the charts 24 hours a day, that you're going to be consistently profitable and make money, the answer is no. Okay? Ask anybody, ask any professional trader. Whoops, not this one. Miguel, AUDCHF daily chart. If the daily chart is your trading time frame, which time frame is your confirmation time frame? The weekly. So let's go on the weekly. Let's wait for the software to respond. Okay. Okay, everybody. This is the weekly chart, everybody. Tell me, should Miguel go short or should Miguel go long, and why? And I'm going to open another one. This is the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart. I'm going to compress the chart. Should Miguel go short on the daily chart or should Miguel go long? Everybody, there is no right or wrong. Which direction is going to have a higher probability of success. There is no right or wrong, okay? I'm sorry before I used the wrong words. Which trade is going to have a higher probability of success? What do you think? Trade what you see, yes, of course, but take a look at the chart, everybody. This is Forex trading week. We are trying to implement what we have learned about structure, short-term trends, you know. Victor says short. Short is going to have a low probability, or short is going to have a higher probability. It is now after aggressive down, better to wait for the next retracement. Max says not short, below resistance. Frederick, I think buy. Short but wait. However, structure is down. Hassan, what do you think, my friend? Annie, what do you think? And everybody else? High probability. It looks like 2 years sideways. Okay, everybody. What you maybe forgot is that currency pairs move between the two bands from the monthly chart, right? And those two bands are nonetheless made of, or for, or from imports and exports, because countries and governments have contracts and they want some kind of stability between the two countries. So Australia can import and export to and from Switzerland, and Switzerland can import and export to and from Australia. Okay? So if you are going to short in here, you are going to have a lot of problems, everybody. At least technically speaking, because this is the weekly chart and the market was never before lower than this low. Does this mean that the market cannot push lower? Well, most likely not, but it can, right? We don't have the crystal ball. It can push lower, of course. But remember that currency pairs move inside the band. So I would go with George, and I would go with the one who said, let's buy, let's go long. Okay? Now, of course you are going to say, well, Passion, but you said that structure is down and trade what you see, you know, trade what you see. And all of this is yes. But between the monthly chart, and the daily chart and the weekly chart, who is stronger, everybody? This is why you should check monthly chart and weekly chart time to time. Okay? Technically speaking, we don't have the crystal ball. Technically speaking, 95% this currency pair is going to go up. It's just a matter of time. Okay, I thought you said Switzerland broke this agreement. Everybody, yes, don't mix apples with bananas, because Switzerland broke agreement with the European Union, not AUD. Okay? I said it, please love me. What does this mean, Frederick? I don't understand. Victor, you are right. There is no right or wrong, Victor. It's just a matter of what I think is going to be a high probability trade or a low probability trade. We didn't learn yet about candlestick formations, everybody, but for the one who know, if the weekly is your confirmation time frame, you have bullish candlestick formation here. I'm going to zoom in for you to see. if you're a beginner trader, this is your first time here. We didn't learn about candlestick formations yet. But for the one who know, you have bullish candlestick formation. This chart, the daily time frame, it's supposed to go up, everybody. Okay? And remember, those webinars are not investment or trading advice. I believe, and I don't have the crystal ball, I believe that this currency pair, technically speaking, is going to go up. Of course, in the process is going to retrace and extend and retrace, but at least in my opinion, if you are going to short the market, okay, so let's go back on the daily. Let's go back on the daily. Oh, here. Let's go back on the daily chart. Trace. Frederick, my friend, I still don't understand what you mean, man. So can you please write the whole question or sentence, okay? So everybody, okay, this is the daily chart, AUD/CHF. Even though the market is going to push up and then is going to, let's say it's going to push up until this resistance, which we didn't learn yet, and then is going to start retracing back down. And if you are going to short the market in here, remember that most likely, and again we don't have the crystal ball, most likely this currency pair is going to push up. Okay, again, why is that? Because of the monthly chart, because of the monthly chart and because of the weekly chart. On the monthly chart it hit the lower band. On the weekly chart you have also the candlestick formations bullish, right? Nonetheless, maybe this currency pair is locked inside this sideways movement, sideways channel. Praise me, man. I don't know what does this mean. I need to check Google Translator. Sorry, my English, I don't know what praise means. Yes, goes up and then need to switch Fibonacci to know, cause I did say buy is, oh yes, 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 absolutely, Frederick, yes. Yes, Frederick, I would go with you, buy. Yes, sir. Any wants to know, Miguel, can we move on CHF JPY? Any other questions, everybody? Any other question about AUD/CHF? Let me find the text. Any USD/CHF 1 hour chart? Any, do you want to go short? Do you want to go long? USD/CHF. Any, do you want to go long on USD/CHF? Do you want to go short? 1 hour chart. Looks like you purchased crystal ball. Hallelujah, Chinese technology. Well, maybe I'm going to invent, you know, but believe me, I'm done with inventing crystal balls and the hot water, you know. Structure is down, but price also has reached low band. Okay, Frederick, I really would like to hear some more about import, exports and contracts between countries, please. Frederick, there is not too much to say. Is that just that for the, if you're going to check the majority of the currency pairs on the monthly chart, you are going to see that they are trading between two bands, and the Forex market has this specific, is that, why is that? Well, you are going to hear and read and see a lot of teachers, professors, you know, and they're going to tell you about the participants in the market and the central banks, you know, intervention, and about the big investment banks and the big hedge funds, investment funds. But in the last chapter you are going to find that the Forex market is nothing more than a financial game, for the lack of a better word, between the two countries. There is not a lot to talk about this, but we know this, right? Countries have governments and governments have contracts, you know. New Zealand wants to buy wood from Canada, so they are going to import. Canadians want to buy salt from the New Zealand, so they are going to import, right? And to give stability to the whole economy and to the companies, they are going to maintain the value of their respective currencies in between those two bands. Okay, Frederick, there's not anything, I mean, you can read books and about this, but that's it, my friend. Anyone to short the market? USD, any? Let's check. 1 hour chart. We're going to compress the chart, try to find market structure. Everybody, we learned that every time frame has its own market structure. 1 hour time frame. Okay, so this is going to be your starting point. This is going to be your long-term down trend line, and this is going to be your medium-term down trend line, like in here still. And your down structure, I cannot see clearly. I'm going to move on the 4 hour chart, everybody. We learned about the trick, right? If you cannot clearly see what is happening, you move on the higher time frame. So structure, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension, retracement, extension. And we have 4 more minutes, and if not today, we are going to continue tomorrow. So back to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so the answer is yes, let's go short. I agree with you. We are going to draw a counter trend line on this. So, and we are going to address the short-term uptrend, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Okay, Annie? So I would say to you, let's go short, wait for the counter trend line break, and if you can, everybody, wait for the break of the trend line and of this structure. Frederick, there are Yanis moderator, he knows about it. Yes, yes, thank you, Max. Frederick, you can, our boss Yanis, he has much more knowledge about than me about the fundamentals and this kind of stuff. Miguel is saying, so we are just part of a game. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, Miguel. But the game is a bad word, you know, it's not a game. Okay? But to explain things, you know, it's not a game, it's a job, you know, it's hard work and everything, it's not a game. By the way, why you always use extension? It can be impulse. Max, I don't know Elliott waves, okay? I didn't learn about Elliott waves. And before entering the trade, if you are trading on the 1 hour chart, which time frame is going to be your confirmation time frame? It could be 8 hours or it could be the daily, right? So let's check the daily chart, and from the daily chart we are in place, right? The market is making lower lows, lower highs. We have the downtrend lines. The market was in a structural uptrend until here, right? So the market's supposed to go down. Okay, one more thing, any and everybody else, technical risk before we go short in here. technical risk. The market can still, it can break the aggressive uptrend line, it can break the counter trend line, and it can make a lower low, but still our technical risk is up until here. Okay, this is the daily long-term downtrend line, so the market can push higher until here. So this is our risk. Okay, it shouldn't break this downtrend line if the downtrend is going to continue. But if you're going to short, just be aware of the technical risk that you have here. Okay, everybody, our time is up. Remember, this week we are not going to learn anything new. We are going just to trying to trade and try to implement what we have learned so far: market structure, highs and lows, trends, counter trend lines. Okay, so this week every day you can come and say your currency pair, time frame, and your position, or do you want to go long, and if you want to go short. There are not going to be any homeworks, okay? But still, if you have questions, you can send questions to my Gmail contact, to my Skype contact. Everybody stay strong. This is FXPassion signing off.